What's up? And hope you're having a good day. I'm Ben from B. Taylor Outdoors. Today we're going to be meeting a couple of subscribers, doing some training with them. I actually met the subscribers back at a hunt test back in the fall. Actually, it was the Midlands hunt test back in the fall. We exchanged info, all that fun stuff. We're just now getting together though. It's been, life gets in the way kind of thing. But I've already got everything loaded up. So we got to head on out to the field. Okay, so we got out here a little bit early. It's a beautiful day though already. Yes, it is a little bit cloudy, but it'll keep the heat away. It'll keep the humidity around a little bit until the sun comes up and starts to burn it off. But it's probably about 75 degrees or so, I think, when I left the house. So it's gonna be a nice day. It's not supposed to get until like the low 80s till like 1 o'clock. So it's gonna be nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and get everything unloaded. But I will say I am excited to run the subscriber setups, because I run my setups way too much, and it'll be fun to run somebody else's setup. Now, you're not gonna see Belle run, you're gonna see one of the subscribers run one of their dogs. So this is gonna be a fun video. I can't wait. What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm Nick.
Nick?
Nice to meet you.
Ben. What's up, Jordan? You got that knee fixed yet?
It's getting there.
Yeah. But all right, so just Jordan, we got everything set up. What are we gonna do today?
So we got 4 different dogs going to run today. They're going to run, each one are probably going to run a little bit different setup. You can either run it as 4 singles. You can run it as a double, which means you're going to run a double, come back and set up and throw again. We're going to run another double. I'm going to run this as what they call an Alberta quad. I'll run the longbird first.
So where's the longbird? We're gonna have longbird out here, and
Yep.
It's gonna go what? Right to left.
The second bird's gonna be short right here, going left to right. We're gonna make a big turn, and it's gonna be run. Then we're gonna run a mama papa, which means there's gonna be one bird thrown right to left, the other third bird thrown left to right. And so I'll run the second bird, then I'll run the mama papa, and then I'll come back and I'll run the longbird again. So, see how it goes.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm not sure what happened with the audio. All I'm going to say is rednecks and electronics don't get along. We had some issues with wingers before we even got started with this. And that was with the other dogs, not with Ace. So let's go ahead and see what we're doing. So right now he's going to line her up for that long bird. Give her that watch or way out cue. We're shooting it, and that's actually a Thunder gun, 5 gun. So it's shooting big white bumpers right to left. And he stepped a little bit too hard into her and sent her to the mom and pop. But she watched that middle bird pretty good. Now it's the pop side, so it's going left to right. Now we're shooting the mom side, which is going right to left. And she ends up actually going into the middle bird and getting in that scent cone. And that's where we messed up a little bit. Jordan said, hey, put that winger on the long hooks. So we took all the rubbers and put them on the long hook. And she ended up picking up the middle bird because the bird just went too far into the mom side of the setup. So now he's going to line her up for the pop side of the mom and pop. And trying to work a little bit to get her to make sure she's looking the right direction. And she takes a good initial line, and she holds it very well. This bird is actually the most downwind bird, so the wind is like at your back for this bird. And she actually starts to hunt a little bit short. So he ends up having a handle. and get her into the area. And she ends up picking it up after a short little handle. So now he's going to line her up for the mom side, but she's already taken this initial line to get to the mom side. So what we talked about before he sent her was to give a harder send than you normally would. And he's also putting her on the left side because this dog's a two-sided dog. Putting her on the left side to indicate that the bird went right to left. So he's going to let her roll a little bit, gave her a good hard send, but she wanted to go back to the old area, so she got a correction for that. And I think after this cast I said, all right, she's good, just let her go hunt. So after we got her on the correct side of the gun, because she was about to return to the old fall, once we got her on the right side, we let her actually make her own decision and figure out where that bird was. And after that, she picked it up pretty good. And now is what we're going to do with this Alberta quad is we're actually going to reshoot the long bird just so she has an idea where it is. This setup was not an easy setup. I ran Bell on a double-double. There we go, shooting the long bird again. Or I'm trying to shoot the long bird with the electronics. Those thunder guns are a little bit tricky. And he scooted her a little bit more left to make sure that she took the line and didn't get into the road. I know you can't see her right now. And I should have set the camera up a little bit further to the right, but she ends up picking up this bird just fine. But this Alberta quad was not easy. If you want to see more about it, I'll put a link in the description. Pat Burns is actually where we found this idea. It was Jordan that found it. He called me and said, hey, I want to run this. Go ahead and watch it and see what you think. And we came back and he's like, I really want to run it. So I was like, let's go ahead. And it was a fun setup. It was not an easy setup at all. Like I said, I ran Bell as a double-double. We ran two dogs on it, and they ran all singles. One was a really young dog, and we ended up moving up almost to the short gun, throwing the long gun, then moving back to the mat and throwing everything else as singles. So it was a good training setup and got the dogs thinking, using their heads, and making sure they actually marked birds. So okay, so I guess in all the excitement, I forgot to do the outro. But first off, I want to thank Nick and Jordan for coming out. It was fun. I had a blast training with y'all. And I think Jordan and I are going to be trying to meet up a little bit later here, probably the next couple of weeks, doing a little bit of training in the afternoon. So that'll be fun. So you're going to want to subscribe for that. Also, you're going to want to subscribe because Jordan threw a couple of little gunner marks for birdie. So that video is going to be coming up in a couple of days. So you're going to want to subscribe for that. So that'll be fun. But hit that thumbs up button for me. And don't forget, their season never ends.